other buildings in the Barcelona urban area. So this was school stands in the center of the entire world. This one area, Hobart Peak Academy, brings the top students from every field imaginable. The government funded school for privilege. They say that if you come here and manage to graduate, you'll be set for life. With hundreds of years of tradition since the cream of the crop to the workforce every single year. It is built by and raised built to its hope in the natural nation's future, which makes Hope's Peak a prison fitting name. Now, one thing I want to talk about is the yellow standpoint. So the hope and the Hope's Peak are key words to the plot and the rest of these things that's going on. I do know that this is very bad. I'll just see how the first episode goes, and if it's looking really choppy, because by what the capture cards is telling me, it's only running at like 6 FPS, so it's not running well. Looking at my graphics card, I'm at 100 GPU and 86 RAM period. No student can run you have a scout out by the school itself. By standing there at the gate, the ultimate school filled with the ultimate students. Who's me? Not us. There's voice acting in this as well. But see, I'm nothing but a hopeless average high school student. Average on the outside, average on the inside. Around much confident when it comes to guys' disabilities and personality. However, my hobbies and stuff I like to do, but that's not like I'm a psychic on it or whatever. Again, that's my favorite song was on my TV show, The RBO, whatever most popular at that particular moment. Even among the average, I'm completely average, so I can't do or say anything. I'm just an everyday hero type. That's just who I am. Alright, I figured it's a good way to introduce myself right off the bat. But okay, that's the player or the game talking to us. But if if you have any kind of strong point, so to speak, say I'm a little gung-ho about than other people. I mean, look at me, completely ordinary, but still, I'm standing in front of anything but the ordinary. Hope Speaker Academy. I still can't believe I'm standing here. I wonder if there's someone like me that can survive in this place. One thing I do want to mention for this series is the blue text is his thinking, and the white text for Makoto is his like actual words coming out of his mouth. So it's a lower power and President China's Swami Hall. But it's no wonder they're afraid of when you have to understand as well. I mean to say about the preparation day last night to get ready for today. This was shit gets creepy. Had this Monokuma.
Testing. Mic check 1, 2. This is a test of the school broadcast system. Am I on? Can everyone hear me? Okay, well then.
Oh, then I play like it's played for and somewhat unconcerning. Good enough for the deep, unnerving dread of the sound of it. It's like hearing someone laugh at the singing.
To all incoming students, I would like to begin the entrance ceremony at right now. Please make your way to the gymnasium at your earliest convenience.
Why would you say right now when I'm not bored? I'll be waiting. The stream itself, it looks really laggy, but anyway, school life checkpoint. So I don't remember what we were doing. Okay. Open transcript. Yeah, that button doesn't work here. So we were like, I guess I'm just gonna talk to somebody. What was that nonsense like totally creepy? Oh, we have to leave and go to the gym's here. Now we're here. I had no idea how it was such a pain in my balls. And that's where it started. This is very much different time I went to juvie, but this place is even worse. And there's no one here, a single person. The work's just not good. The dish on the speakers out, take us another place out, I'm sure of it. Working in us, hope for the best and prepare for the worst. I literally pray for that every day so I can make sure I have that down. Nothing venture, nothing gain. Well, hell, I'm gonna get scared. Let's get this over with. Close here. I'm on the stop rain. Okay. This will go too. Everyone's up his way. Don't leave me alone. Okay. Relax and press the white out zip. The room. Zooming the objects and that's safe for the weakness. Okay, so if you press Y, you can at least see the observing. I'm gonna go in as well. So I'm gonna try to skip all the idle chit chat. Still I need to drive them nonsense stuff to Gene. Waiting for us. So everyone's in here now. Okay. So they're just totally normal. There's nothing normal about the skull. So, yeah, it was right. But anyway, that's just how not normal all of us were. I think that's the audio for it. Yep. That's true, please. Okay. The clearly our person's anxiety to outright fear. What? I can talk. Calm down. Sure, it's just a speaker inside. Oh my god, are you serious? How did you know? Not a teddy bear. I'm Monica Mom, your headmaster. What moved? Seriously, calm down. You probably have a remote control toy or something. How dare you compare it to the child's plaything? You cut me deeper than the Marina Trench. The remote control is so complex, even folks that NASA can't recreate or can't comprehend it. But this is another sort of NASA dreams of cutting bear, nice bear pun. Bear that, well, you are unfortunate. Well, moving on, you must hurry and get started. Giving up already? Another stupid bear pun. Quiet down. Alright, so you abandoned the gag rip. Dying, good morning. Not so bad. It's one of the most noteworthy memory ever. I have a hard time reading text out loud, and this really does help me immerse myself. I can't do voices like most people could, but I suck at it. But always I'm reading it. First, let's talk a bit about your social life here and where you'll be like. Notice that you, the few students, so full potential represent the hope of the world. To protect such splendid hope, Olivia, or to live a communal life together solely within the school. Everyone will live in harmony together and adhere to the rules and regulations of the school as they come across. Now that regarding the endemic communal life, there isn't one. In other words, you'll be here until the day you die. Such is the school life you've been assigned. We say until the day we die. First starter, okay. Fear not, I have quite the abundant budget, so it won't be a lot of common inconveniences. That's the common inconvenience because he has a lot of money. That's the least of our worries right now. What the hell are you saying? We have to live here forever? You're screwing with us, right? I'm not screwing with you. I'm no liar of that. I'm 100% sure. And just for the information, just completely cut off from the outside world. So don't you have anywhere of that dirty land beyond the walls there where we've cut off. So another place over the school are but they keep us trapped in here. Exactly what they're there for. No matter how much you yell, scream, or bang, no one will come help. So with all of that in mind, feel free to live out your lives here with reckless abandon. So one thing I want to mention, this is like a weird video for me to mention this. I am learning Japanese, so sometimes when I read Japanese style games like Danganronpa, I would sometimes get words flopped around because what is this music? This background noise is weird. It makes more sense to me because I recognize this more often than not. Just because I am studying, I do watch a lot of Japanese shows, I listen to Japanese music. I'm slightly learning about the politics and stuff. It's weird, so please forgive me if I speak stuff out of languages or out of words. It still makes sense when I say it. It's just on screen, my mind reads it differently because I also know other languages that would typically say it differently. Like, quick Japanese lesson. The English way of saying I went to school, right? Because everyone went to school at some point if you're watching this. Because if you are watching this, this is rated mature, so you should be 18 and older. I went to school today, right? In Japanese, you would be like, today I went to school. It's the same thing, just today, comma, I went to school instead of today. I went to school today. Actually, the pretense of what today would be is swapped from the beginning to the end. It could be in the middle. Your nouns could be like, Anna went to the market to buy some soup. I went to the market to buy soup. Or I went. Not even I went. Sometimes it'll be read as went to store to buy soup, without no recollection of who went to the store because some languages often talk like that. So if you do like understand, I mean, I'm keeping all the text on the screen. I'm trying to let it fully, come up, but in a way, it's like I might read it differently than what it says on screen, meaning it's how my mind, recognizes, and I don't usually read. I usually take visual cues and context clues and actually reading between the lines. Come on, what the fuck is this? I don't care if we're in the school or who else behind that, just should just be a very bad joke. Yeah, cut this out, it isn't funny anymore. You keep saying it's a lie or a joke, a bunch of you are skeptics into. But I guess you can't help it at all. You grew up in an age where you're taught to doubt your neighbor. True, you don't trust anybody, you trust your family more than your friends. Well, you have plenty of time to find out whether or not that is true here. And when the time comes, you'll see with your own eyeballs that I speak the undeniable truth. Having to live here forever, that'd be quite the problem. Come on now, what's the matter? What's the matter about you? You decided to live. You decided of your own free will to attend Host Peak, didn't you? In a way. Now, before the entrance ceremony begins, it's even finished. I decided you want to leave. But like I said, I forgot to mention, there is one way for you to leave the school. Really? As a headmaster, I got a spectacles for those of you who would like to leave, that want to leave. It's called the graduation clause. Let me tell you how this other formula works. As mentioned before, in order to maintain the environment of the harmony here, we rely on communal lifestyles. As if someone was to strip the harmony, they alone would be allowed to leave the school. That's my students. It's a graduation clause. What do you mean by disrupt the harmony? Very well. If one person was to murder another, what? Stabbing, strangling, laundering, crushing, hacking, drowning, igniting. How you do it doesn't matter. That's a, oh god, that. This is the reason why it's rated R. Or rated M. You must kill if you want to leave. That is as simple as that. The rest of it is up to you. Give it all your way to achieve the best outcome in the worst way possible. A chill shot down my spine. You must kill someone if you're begging to leave. As soon as I heard these words, my boy went cold. Phew. I bet that got your brain juices flowing. Beats the heck out of human catching a salmon night. Like I said before, you guys are the hope of the world. But taking that hope and seeing as a murder creates a darkened shadow of despair. I find it so damn exciting. What the hell are you talking about killing each other? It's to kill the others around you. I'm sure there's a dictionary here somewhere if you need it. We know what it means. That's the problem where you have to kill each other. Stop blabbering about this nonsense. I see one go home already. Blabbering. Oh, don't you know? Blabber. What do you mean by blabbering? Stop blabbering and blabbering on. God. You guys just don't get it. Let's go. You keep on saying the same thing over and over and over again. Listen, from this point forward, the school is your home, your life, and your world. You got it? And you can kill as much as you want to kill, so go ahead and go on a killing spree. Alright, come on, you don't have to keep this up. Alright, you got us. Just get ahead of us, so now we can go review the trick now. Review the trick. I mean, cause, some kind of trick is all right? Like, dude, shut the fuck up and get out of my way. What are you doing? Shoving here, I'm on the side of him, I can't. His voice rumbling like thunder. Listen up, you asshole. This shit is on way too far. What kind of jerk is this? You mean by jerk? Like your hair? Oh my god. That's very on the camera. Fuck you. Rolled on to the southern broom. Silent the four boys that kicked that one on some certain foot moved on her fastest to the board and knocked it under his target. Wait. Gotcha, you piece of shit. I don't know if you're stuff ammo to or whatever you want. You're gonna rip your fucking shreds out. I have violence against animals, violation of school rules. Shut the fuck up on me, I swear to Christ. Tomorrow I come back this time. Stop that goddamn beeping, he says. Watch out, get rid of it. Huh? Hurry up and throw it, damn it. I don't know if you feel just standing on the side of the door, but it's just so. He threw my gun as soon as he did. Right in the midair, my gun exploded. The hell? Shit, President Jerky boiled up. Painful ringing my ears like a strong gunpowder. Explosions might happen all in the movies are over, but then this is real life. I've never seen anything like it before. But this means the teddy bear has been destroyed, right? I told you I'm not a teddy bear, I'm Monokuma. Another one? So it says he tried to kill me just now. Well, it says about to try to kill you, and you did violate school regulations after all. I'll let you off with a warning this time, but next time you gotta be very careful. Any naughty boy or girl who violates my rules won't get off like a swatting, but hey, does that mean you're kind of much modeling around? I can have been placed all throughout school. Plus, don't forget the surveillance cameras will start your way. If you're caught breaking the rules, well, you also always just happen, right? And I won't be so forgiving on my punishment next time, so don't let it happen again. That's not even a punishment, that's just wrong. Now then, to commit the joyous entry to our school, let's have a little something for you. This is our official handbook, pretty cool, huh? Okay, that one's blue. Okay, so I learned that the handbooks have the blue ones are for the boys and the green ones are for girls. The different colors due to the different genders and stuff. As you can see, 4 is a natural we call it. It's in the handbook. Well, moving on. This handbook is absolutely vital to the healthy school life, so don't lose it. When you start it up, you have to put your name and always make sure you have the right one. And it's not everyday notebook does have so many more uses than that. I say it's complete waterproof, splash it, wash it, drown it, and it keeps on ticking. Thanks to the space age design, you can withstand the impact force up to 10 tons, very resistant. It contains all the school regulations, so make sure you review them thoroughly. That to me is important key information for later part of the game. Just as a forewarning, I did see the first 2 of 6 parts of the story, so I know a little bit about the story, but not a whole lot. You'll hear me say this a lot, but any violation of school regulations will not be tolerated. Rules you strict yesterday also protect society, for example, we other chaos without laws. In the same way it applies here, which should have a strict punishment in place for violators. Well, that brings it in that same mind to a close. Enjoying your abundantly dreary school life here in Syria. With that, he's gone later since the shock. So, how would you define what we just experienced? What? I don't understand any of this, of course. I don't want to live here forever or kill anybody. What just happened? That's interesting. Now I understand what she's about. That puts some clues in my head. Everyone to calm down. Based on the monikers every episode with 2 choices. Number 1, stay here living a communal lifestyle. Or kill each other. But killing someone that's they're buzzing on away and stuffed into this place that meant that to be like school. I always push start killing each other. This is super process. What is this? Oh, that's what it is. The ridiculous things I heard of it. This is all fake. And it doesn't matter if it's real or fake. What matters is there anyone who's seriously considering all this? Nobody had a response. Keep quiet. I look to the others around me. Everyone's at each other's throats. Also standing each other, gauging each other's thoughts and opinions. You can almost taste the hostility. And that's when it hit me. I realized that the truth here hidden within the schools might came out. You must kill each other if you want to leave. In other words, you have to plant basically deep thoughts within each other. It's going to become suspicious of everyone else where we force us to wonder, is anyone going to betray us? Is somebody going to betray us? And that's how my new school life began. The school which came nowhere and raised my hopes high. It's not a school of hope, it's the school's. Anyway, you must kill someone if you want to leave. My mind froze and my breath cries and my throat as if I forgot about that. I could feel a paralyzing feel started making its way through my body, dominating the last part of my nervous system. The air hung heavy and moving, pressing down like a weight around my neck. I could take everything in and endure what that weight was. Chapter 1: To Survive Daily Life. As heavy felt in the air, I could. All it took was a pierce of those sharp words. So, what are we going to do now? And now we're here. Well, just sitting here going at each other. Point comment was directly at everyone in the room. Help pull this back to reality. Right, she's definitely right. Sometimes even with the nervous and fear, just have to step forward. Forgetting a simple fact, and I can't forget anyone myself, I'm so ashamed. However, please, someone hit me, I can't forgive myself, please hit me and punish me. Jesus, if you have time to yell about it, you have time to do about it. Perhaps. But what mission do we have exactly? Idiot. Look for a way out. Duh. Okay, that's a perfectly on piece. Do we have to find whoever's controlling that stupid bear and beat the hell out of him? But before we do that, we should take a look at the handbook. Probably the best thing is to check the school regulations on the criminal mention before doing anything else. True, if we somewhere around and no clue what the rules are, we can have a problem. Fine, let's go look and check out the stupid rules already. And then my name, our name, then our name, the first thing that appeared was my name. Second my current said the owner's name showed up front and center. From then the school menu popped up and select school regulations icon. The items list appeared on the school screen and there was school regulations. Okay. In other words, the rules are being imposed on us. Students may be services in school, leaving campus were unacceptable at this time. Nighttime is from 10 to 7 a.m. So may to be awful means to please exercise extreme caution. Sleeping anywhere outside the dormitory will be seen as sleeping in class and punished accordingly. With the minimal restrictions, you are free to explore the entire building at your description. Violence against the headmaster might be strictly prohibited, and destruction of the civilian cameras is also prohibited. Anyone who kills a fellow student will become blackened and will graduate unless they are discovered. So basically with this rule, you can kill anybody, but as long as they don't find out that you killed somebody else, you can graduate. Yeah, all the other 14 has to die. So say I kill one of them, I have to go the whole rest of the game without them knowing I killed that person. I can kill someone else as well, but if I'm framed for that first kill that I did on a later part of the game, I also don't get to graduate. This school has been added as necessary. Okay. Brian said dizziness to raise up his face on the screen. Once I looked around, the same sterness person on everyone's face. This is bullshit. What the hell kind of rules are these? I'm not gonna let them control me. Well then, why don't you wander around the school without a care in the world and see what happens? Personally, I'd rather stay safe and not do that. But if we get punished like that, like I said before, I don't think there's a respawn waiting for him. I as a kid grew up in my about pounding this into my head. A man makes a promise and keeps it even if it kills him. So what? So when he said his brother's promise, that you keep a promise, even if it kills you, that also becomes useful information too. I made a ton of promise I still have to keep, so that's So that's what. I can't afford to die in here. None of them made sense saying when your father goes into it. Well, I guess you're right. I just have a question. Regulation number 6, what means for what do you mean does that mean? What do you think that means exactly? God, English is hard. Okay, so the black and rule. You're talking about the second half, right? Unless you have discovered it, I'm wondering about that myself. It's saying that if you want to graduate, you have to kill someone without anyone finding out it was you. Meaning you have to kill all 14 other members to live. But why do you have to do that? I don't see we have any reason to worry about it for now. Just worry about the following rules they've been explained to us. Frankly, I don't want to hear anything from someone who awaits for others to decide what to do for them. Well, that's much my life. Don't jab at me. More like don't like a full-on stab. Well, for now, let's forget all that stuff for now and for all we know, let's start exploring the school. Well, true, we do as many as I could really on what we're doing here, and the way out was the food supplies. There's tons of questions that need to be answered. Damn straight, let's start looking around. I'll be going on, of course, you be back here. And what? Pretty stupid idea, don't you think? Someone might already be thinking about murdering one of us. Just interested sitting around with them. And I'm this to make it easy for them. Also, that's information. Hey, hold on. So you would never don't bother saying it, but you can't deny a possibility. That's why you always seize up with you when the graduation call would make clear to you. Am I wrong? But it's about acting on the accordance with what you think is best for me. What I think is best for me. Hold on. What the hell am I gonna do? I'm not gonna let you run off and do what you want. I'm away, Plankton. The fuck is that supposed to mean? One bitty plankton and drifting across the stream. So minuscule to insignificant. They can't possibly have any influence and boundaries on a balanced person. I mean, get your ass, stop. We shouldn't try. Oh, fuck what you say. Some goody little. Who do you think you're talking about me like that? You think you're my fucking dad or something? If you're talking to me, no, and I'm not your dad. No, I wasn't. Fuck you. Punched me and I put back in the heap. Took something out of a comic book. 1 second I'm standing next to something to the air. Now what do I think I'm kind of forgotten the people that dropped this here. My common sense has just stopped functioning being alternate born my fears. I guess it should be surprised only to something episode like this. But I just don't trust a sense of reality. That was my last thought of my consciousness starting to fade. Before I finally completely cut out. And I opened my eyes again, this is what I saw. My bedroom. Chapter 1, the time unknown. Huh? Where am I? I woke up in the room and never saw it before. Okay, where am I now? You have access to the handbook menu. You can use to check various information as you play. Open the handbook menu by pressing X. You can use this in the school regulations and also the report cards. Set maps and true points may not appear. You can also save and load under the system settings. You can also press the back button to review the transcript. Or the select button, which would be the minus button on my controller. This records all permanent predetermined info. Use this to review comments from everyone involved. So I'm gonna hit the plus button and you see the system menu right before. I'm gonna press the X button. So this is what the school handbook looks like. You have the map and the true boards, which we can't really do anything with that now. We have presents in the game, which we can give to the other students. Report cards, so now we can actually load all the report cards and see everything that we would have missed about them. Starting with mine, you get to see the stats of each person, and the special ability that they have, um, how tall they are, how much they weigh, all of that fun stuff. So you have that accessibility to us. You have the regulations of the school. I guess we would have needed to come back here and get one. Um, Number 7 is any additional regulations will be added as necessary. Meaning if there is a rule that needs to go into place because when Kuma didn't think about it, he will add it to our handbook system, which is the transcript options main menu and save on. I can save I think at any point now. So I'm going to quickly save over my last save. Do I see the transcript, which would be the back button. The options menu give you the background noise, the movement blobs. Set whether you view blobs as you move. Blobs, I have no clue what that is. Execute, reset settings. Go back to the main menu. No, thank you. Do want to check the silver button here, which is the other half. System and press the back button to read the transcript. So there should have been a go up, yep. So you can go back up and read some of the text at the beginning of the game, no matter how early it was. I think, or just this playthrough, I guess. I don't really know. Yeah, just this playthrough, meaning this session. Yeah, so anything that was said on screen at any given point, I can look during this save file or this session. You can see everyone's thing and any key points. I do want to mention, since I know up to the end of chapter 2, right now we are in chapter 1. Know quite a bit about the game, so I want to check the key. That's my key to the room. Has my name on it. Means it's mine. Hang on it for now. So now I have it in my inventory. And swing back over here and check the trash can because I have some bear coins in it. Oh god. We have a look mirror if we have wine. We have the look mirror, the bed, the window. I'm gonna check the look mirror. Clean up after ourselves, but yeah. Check the notepad. It's just a notepad. I guess school must give more need to us. Then we'll check to see something in the drawer. I'm going to book from one I always check there's something in the drawer. It's a toolkit. Let's be real news, still in the shrink wrap. The we need now is how we go in there later. So that's everything I think in this part of the room. Do you want to check the menu here? The piece of paper hanging on the wall which says announcements to headmaster. Each room is designed to comply with be against tamper or lockpicking. Remaking an individual room key is quite transmitted. Toastons, so please don't lose yours. The room confirms for a shower, but please note that the water is not off at night time. Finally, we prepare a small gift for each of you. The girls have a sewing kit and the boys have a toolkit. Sewing kit includes a map of the vital organs. One stab will do the job. The boys are strong boys to the hair, any tool should be ample. Don't think, just feel, unless enjoying yourself. If I press B, it fully puts the text on screen. Let's check the bathroom, see what's in there. Would be bad to be the bathroom. It's not opening. I guess it's locked. That's why I have in this room. I think that's it. Time is unknown, so I don't think I can leave. Door that outside, it's locked. Some rooms are locked, huh? Because I don't see the room must be my room. It's my dorm room. So much kid here once I feel conscious. So the actual question when I'm in the next question was everyone else doing. There's the only way to find out. I need to get out of the room. Of course, we'd go up the door, dummy. Video it? Yes. So that's how the boys push out the room to me up at the edge in the hall. There was someone waiting for me, someone like an old TV show. Wham. Okay. Oh, Sayaka. Sorry, are you okay? I'm fine. How are you? Hope you're alright. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. She's embarrassed with smiling face to absurdly. Okay. Are you okay? Are you hurt? And can actually I can hit that button. Hit press X. I can save on text boxes. Meaning if I had to go, which would be, in a few minutes, I could save on pretty much any text box. Make it sound worse than it is. I'm completely fine. I know how you look, but I'm both pretty good musical jumping up and down from stage. That's good. But are you okay? From when Mom hit you, it's you got knocked right there in front of everyone. I guess to reveal my lack of cool right from the beginning. No, I'm fine. Everything's fine. That's good. Thank you. By the way, what are you doing? I said came to get you. You came to get me? Why? Why are you ready? If you're ready for meals, you can meet me in the dining hall. Okay, as we got knocked out, we decided to go in and do their own thing. We decided to be more efficient. We split up and investigate. So we agreed that later on we'll talk everything about this round. Does that mean it's almost time to get back together? If that's what's going on, then of course I'll go with you. Good, I'll head you and meet you there. So now we can kind of get the idea of how the place is. With the map, we only have access to the first floor. If we go here, we have the actual school academy, and this is the dormitory. The bath, which is currently off limits. We have a laundry room. We gotta hit the dining hall. It's behind us. That'd be the dormitory dining hall, of course. It's pretty clean, so that's good. I guess it's only point now. The prison ship. Yeah, that is true. Nobody's still waiting for us. I really don't have much for you. I guess we should just wait here for now. It's okay, we'll wait here. Did you just hear that? Like I said, I'm psychic. Come on, I'm just kidding. I'm just like amazing intuition. It's really just intuition. Constantly, here comes another tutorial. Okay, so I'm going to save here before the next tutorial. I'm going to end the episode here.